Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA Insider gets honest about Klay's chances of returning to Golden State. Some think that Klay Thompson leaving the Warriors is a sure thing this summer, but ESPN insider Brian Windhorst doesn't quite agree. Windhorst has downplayed the concern about the four-time Warriors champion's future with the Dubs, as he gets set to enter unrestricted free agency. They tried to get something done before last season, they couldn't agree, and then Klay went out and didn't have a very good year, Windhorst said on the Pat McAfee show. He had a good year by your average NBA player standard. He averaged 18 points and shot 39% on threes. That type of production would probably get you $20 to $25 million. Klay was making over $40 million last year, so they want him to come down, and wherever that number is they want him to come to. And the years, it's not just the amount of money per year, it's also the number of years. He saw Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins get 4. I don't know exactly where these negotiations are, but if I were him I would ask for 4 too. I find it hard to believe that Klay would walk and go to a place like the Orlando Magic. But I guess it's possible. Windhorst also spoke about how Klay unfollowed the Warriors on Instagram and thinks it doesn't mean it's all over for Klay at Golden State. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, this could still end up being a happy story, Windhorst said. But I would say, remember last year, Klay was getting benched at the end of games. He lost his starting job at some point. So part of this may be, and again I do not know exactly the status of negotiations, but part of this may be what's the role going to be? I want to get starter money and I want to be a starter. Something like that. It's definitely a signal to the rest of the world he knew exactly what he was doing, that things are not going well, and if I was interested in signing Klay, which there are definitely teams that want to do that, I would have seen that as a green light. When June 30th gets here, that is when you're allowed to start talking to him. They can still come to terms between now and June 30th. Draymond Green reacts to Klay Thompson unfollowing Warriors on social media. Five-time Golden State Warriors All-Star swingman Klay Thompson recently unfollowed the Warriors on Instagram, though he still follows their charity organization and NBA G League affiliate, and cleared out all but one image of himself in Golden State gear dating back to April 2022. Now, Thompson's always talkative four-time All-Star teammate Draymond Green has opted to, sort of, weigh in via his podcast The Draymond Green Show on The Volume. I know all of you were probably looking forward to me talking about Klay unfollowing the Warriors and deleting some IG posts or something, Green said. I had no idea that happened. I think it's f***ing hilarious. I think that's comical. I know you all be wanting somebody's feelings to be hurt or something, it ain't that, it ain't never going to be that, that's hilarious. This is a strange reaction to have to your comrade of 12 seasons, an unrestricted free agent this summer, likely trying to strong-arm team president Mike Dunleavy Jr. and majority owner Joe Lacob into working towards a contract extension prior to the official start of the 2024 offseason. There's a decent chance Thompson walks now. The 6'6" Washington State product was a critical component of his club's 6 NBA Finals appearances and 4 championships, along with Green and All-NBA point guard Stephen Curry. Having Kevin Durant around for 3 consecutive appearances from 2017 to 19 didn't hurt either. Last season, Thompson continued to show signs of age and injury-related decline. Though mostly healthy, he appeared in 77 games, starting 63. Thompson fully fell from an all-defensive team perimeter threat to a practical sieve on that end. Now on the other side of Achilles and ACL tears, the 34-year-old Splash brother lacks the lateral quickness or overall agility that made him such a two-way force in his prime. In 2023-24, Thompson averaged 17.9 points on .432/.387/.927 shooting splits, his lowest scoring output since his sophomore season in 2012-13, Green's rookie year. He also chipped in 3.3 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 0.6 steals, and 0.5 blocks per bout. Green, always a defensive pest, devolved into a team chemistry threat. The 8-time all-defensive teamer was suspended multiple times for various on-court skirmishes with opponents, and his myriad absences proved costly for an already slight Warriors frontcourt. All told, Green missed 27 games due to injury and suspension. Golden State stumbled to a 46-36 record and the West's number 10 seed. The Warriors fell 118-94 in a play-in game blowout to the Sacramento Kings, who themselves weren't good enough to get out of the play-in tournament either, falling to a New Orleans Pelicans team missing its best player, star forward Zion Williamson. While young talents Jonathan Kuminga and rookie Brandon Podziemski took major leaps in 2023-24, the Warriors' aging core looked more vulnerable than it ever had before. It's clear that, for the team to return to title contention, the Warriors will need to find a way to bring in new talent. Thompson will need to take a significant pay cut from his $43.1 million salary last season for Golden State to reascend the West's ranks. But will he be amenable to doing that? Ex-Warriors teammate divulges key to Klay Thompson's free agency. Klay Thompson's future with the Golden State Warriors is in jeopardy, but one of his former teammates shared what's most important to the 5-time All-Star guard, offering insight into how the Dubs might bring Thompson back to the Bay Area. Now an assistant coach with the Sacramento Kings, Leandro Barbosa was teammates with Thompson for 2 years, between 2014-16. The two won a title together in 2014-15 and earned a trip back to the NBA Finals the following season. Monty Poole of NBC Sports spoke over the weekend with Barbosa, who Thompson refers to as hermano, the Spanish word for brother, about Thompson's looming free agency. "He's going to have to be really patient," Barbosa told Poole. "I hope he comes back to the Warriors. I don't know what's the situation, but it's going to be tough. I know the money is going up for NBA players, and he's been thinking about the money. But I think he needs to be happy. I think that's the most important thing." Getty Stephen Curry, left, and Klay Thompson, right, of the Golden State Warriors. All indications are that Thompson has been happy across the vast majority of his 13 years in Golden State. He is one of the best shooters in league history and has only been helped by playing alongside Stephen Curry for so long. Thompson also held a reasonable claim to the moniker of the best two-way player in the game for several seasons, during which he was reeling off All-Star game selections and the Warriors were reeling off finals trips and titles. Thompson signed a 5-year maximum contract in the summer of 2019, just weeks after tearing his ACL during the finals against the Toronto Raptors, which paid him $190 million and expires in a matter of days. The shooting guard ended up missing the first 2.5 seasons on that deal due to the knee injury, which was followed by an Achilles tear late in the rehabilitation process. Thompson has not been the same player since, though talk of his demise as a valuable piece of a winning roster has certainly been overblown over the past couple of years. He helped the Dubs to their 4th title in 2022, and while he isn't the defender he once was, Thompson still averaged nearly 18 points per game and shot close to 39% from behind the three-point line last season. He also led the league in free throw percentage at a 92.7% clip, per Basketball Reference. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.